In this lesson sizokhuluma ngama-timelines, ama-calculations involve ama-changing interest rates. So our grade 11 financial mathematics, it's all about kakhulu sikhuluma ngama-timelines ngoba esikhathini esiningi nangabe mhlambe ubeka imali ebank, sometimes it happens ukuthi maybe during the course of your investment ama-interest rate changed. Sometimes mhlambe ufuna uku-access ama-funds wakho during the course of your investment. So that's when we use ama-timelines just to track down lawo ma-transactions. But at this time we are using ama-timelines to track down ama-changing interest rates. Yini lawo ma-timelines lawo? Let's make an example. Let's say ngithatha 1,000 rand ngifaka in a bank, ngivula a savings account with a particular bank which I will not mention by name, nangabe uyayazi. Okay. Now, so kune 1,000 rand in this bank account, ne? Uvula a savings account with this bank and then ufake 1,000 rand for a period of 9 years. For a period of 9 years. Now, for a period of how many years? 9 years, right? And then basically bank ithi, okay, for saving this 1,000 rand for 9 years, I will give you the following rate: 12% per annum compounded monthly for this 9-year period. Now, so ubeke 1,000 rand yakho every month ithola ini ama interest rate. So let's say we were to calculate the future value or the accumulated amount. Basuti A is equal to P in bracket 1 plus I raised to exponent n is equal to what's the present value, 1,000 rand, 1 plus what's the interest, 0.12 over 12, since it's compounded monthly, raised to exponent for how many years? 9. So it's 9 times 12. 9 times 12. So it's 1,000 rand, open bracket 1 plus 0.12 divided by 12 raised to exponent 9 times 12. So in 9 years time imali yakho izokhula by 2928 292,893, right? So na imali ozoba nayo after the 9-year period with this quoted rate, ne? Now kwesinye isikhathi kuyenzeka ukuthi no bathi no uyazini, for the first 4 years I mean ngizokupha 3% compounded quarterly, ne? And then after the 4th year bathi president mhlambe ijabulile ke manje, uyabona, owangazi something happened nje kuleyo bank, mhlambe I don't know, maybe Reserve Bank ilokanje baphi mhlambe ama interest rates amahle nyana, so then nabo baba excited, but you know what, after the 4-year period sizokhuphukisela ama interest rate manje for the remaining 5 years. So kunikeza 5% per annum compounded monthly. So from 3% to 5%, that's a huge increase. So if you have a situation like this, how do you perform the calculation ke manje? So this is something as obviously explore in this lesson. So saving some timelines to explore the changing interest rates or a situation where they are changing interest rates. So for the first one, Lenesi calculated there was no changing interest rate. Okay, let's take an example again. Let's take an example where they are changing interest rate. I think erase la. Okay, so in a situation again, we have a situation. So in a situation la. Now, Belinda invests 22,000 rand for a period of 8 years into a unit trust fund. During the first 5 years, so it's an 8-year period investment. It's an 8-year investment. 8 years. You bega for how long? 8 years. 8 years. So for 8 years, during the first 5 years, there's an interest of 15%. The interest changes to 20% compounded semi-annually. Calculate the future value at the end of a 8-year period. So 15% for the first 5, and then for the remaining 3 years, it's what? It's 20%. Now we have to calculate the future value of an investment at the 8-year period. Let's have a timeline again. Remember, the purpose of our timeline is to do what? Track down our transactions. So that's the purpose of our timelines. T0, T1, always start with T0, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6, 7, and then T8. And then we have T8. Now let's track down le mali, ne? So lana I invested this much, 22,000 rand. Yayivalela kule bank, right? And then for the first 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. For the first 5 years, ngiba no 15%. 15%, which is per annum compounded monthly, and then from T5 to T8, right after, for the remaining 1, 2, 3 years, we have 20%. Let's calculate the future value of an investment at the end of the 8-year period. See, the accumulated amount is equal to, of course, we apply the compound interest formula, 1 plus I raised to exponent n. Why? Because of its compounded. So accumulated is equal to, what's the present value? Invested amount to 22,000. 1 plus 0.15 divided by it's compounded monthly, so we divide by 12 raised to exponent for how many years? 1, 2, 3, 5 years. So it's 5. It's going to be lo 12 dividing we multiplying right. This is for the first 5 years. Then we multiply again with 1 plus 0.20. Right, low 0.15 ngimthole by dividing by 100, low 0.20 ngimthola by dividing by 100 la. Then we divide by, since it's compounded semi-annually, I divide by 2. So kusala how many years are remaining, or the 20%, it compounds for how long? 1, 2, 3 years. So it's going to be 3 times 2. So this is how you deal with changing interest rates. You multiply them. You multiply the changing interest rate. Make sure to pay attention to the period for that interest rate. Ne? So lana COT ge manje 22,000, 1 plus divide by 12 raised to exponent 5 times 12, 1 plus 0.20 divided by 2 raised to exponent 3 times 2. Answer 82,126. So it's 82,126, 001. Yes, in 2 decimal places. So this is our answer. But as pelelila, what if now we want to calculate the value of P? And so now we were calculating the future value or the accumulated amount. What if we want to calculate the present value? What now? Bangakupha the future value, the accumulated amount, bese to calculate to P. u-P yomcalculator kanjani, provided that ama-interest rate ayachange during that period as well. So uzodila nayo kanjani. Should I close the lesson lana or nginiphe another example where I calculate to P? I thought so as well. So let's do another example where we talk about a scenario where si calculate a value ka P. Now siphiwe ke, siphiwe deposits a certain amount in a savings account. It grows to an amount of 13,000. So lona ubandlo future value A. The interest rate during the first 4 years is 9%, compounded annually. Pay attention. It's per annum compounded annually. Per annum compounded annually. Ne? For the remaining 3 years is 12% compounded monthly. How much is this money? Is this amount, man? So sifuna ukwazi ukuthi usave malini ekuqaleni. Imali ayisavile ingakanani such that izofika la kulo kanje ku 13,000 after 7 years. Timeline bangani. Timeline. So sithi T0 u0 la. T0, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6 and T7. So basiyela ukuthi okay una 13,000 after 7 years. Ne? Now Tina, we want to go back all the way back to the present moment. Angisho. But if the interest rate changes the interest rate during the first 4 years is 9%. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's what? It's 9%. Now, since in a future value, I want to find a present value. I need to take the calculation back. My saying reverse argument. I saw bonile on the first calculation I was going forward. Now since in calculate to P I have to go back again. I have to go back. It's 9% la, and then and then for the remaining 3 years 1, 2, 3 I'm going back ngabani at 12%, right? So if we calculate to P calculator, so equal to a 1 plus I raised to exponent minus n. Minus n. So instead of having the n as a positive, you have it as a negative. P no a, they switch positions. So present value, this time you take 13,000 bracket 1 plus what's the interest for the first 4 years? Yeah, for the first 4 years is 0.09. Let's divide the 9% by 100%. Divide, okay, for the first 4 years is 9% per annum compounded annually. In a per annum compounded annually, we don't divide by anything. We don't divide by anything. So meaning that the value for n is going to be minus what? 4 years, right? Or we can just say we divide by 1 then it's multiplying 1 lapha. Ngoba in an annum there's only one annum. Times 1 plus 0.12 divided by, it's compounded monthly, so divide by 12 raised to exponent minus 4. How many years? 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 times 12. Am I right? Yeah, for the remaining 3 years. Yeah, that's okay. So siyabuya lana sithi 13 1 plus 0.09 close bracket raised to exponent minus 4. Okay, times 1 mhlambe suyazibuza ukuthi why ngoba udivide ngo-1 lapha calculator udivide wa multiply ngo-1 now awusa multiply awusa divide. What now divide by 12 la raised to exponent minus 3 times 12 na answer yethu 6436 comma 7777 na answer yethu ke. So this is how you deal with timelines where there are changing interest rates. So I would like to interest you in other concepts like financial mathematics. Check out the description box uzothola links for other related content or content that is related to financial mathematics grade 11 in the description box. Ungakhohlwa ukulike, ukushare nokusubscribe. So asibonane on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.